Hey everybody, Harry Newhand here. It is Monday, November 15th. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I got a lot going on. Got some exciting things happening this coming up here this week. Excuse me. Before I forget, which I won't. This Friday, the 19th, I'm doing a special presentation free. I'm sharing five distinctions that the top money earners in network marketing use. They know it and they use it every single day. It's part of their daily method of operation. Any of these five would absolutely explode your business. It would definitely change your business. It's practical application stuff that they know it, they do it. And I learned them. I learned them many years ago, applied them, and my income just went through the roof. So here's what I want to talk about today. This is not one of the five. This is something else. This is prospecting. Prospecting. When obviously when you're in sales, you prospect. There's so many different ways to prospect, and today with the internet, it opens up so many different avenues with social media and engagement and different platforms. There's 6 or 7 different social media platforms, and I'm always getting asked, how's LinkedIn or how's Clubhouse or how's Facebook and how's this over there. Where do you do your prospecting? And the way I want to share this with you is it's really a key distinction. It's really important for you and to get clear on it. And I'm putting my hands up here because I'm going to use my hands as an illustration. And prospecting is treat it like a highway, lanes in a highway. Okay, you're driving down the highway, rush hour traffic. Those of you in major cities, you know what I'm talking about, whether it's Detroit, Chicago, LA, Houston. I was in Houston a couple of years, 3.5 years ago, and I was living down there through the summer with a good friend of mine doing some coaching and managing for his real estate company. And they have a freeway there. It's the Katy Freeway. Those of you that are in Texas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the biggest and busiest freeway in the world. It's like 16 or 18 lanes. You can look it up online. It's in Facebook there. Somebody posted a picture of it. It's the biggest and busiest, 18 lanes across, and it's crazy. And but treat your prospecting like lanes in a highway. During rush hour traffic, if you're in a lane and you're traveling along, you're cruising at whatever speed, but you're moving, you're not braking, and all of a sudden you see brake lights ahead of you, what's the first thing you do other than slow down? Mostly for men, I'm a man. This is how I drive, but you look for an open lane. You look for an open lane so that you can get out of that lane that's getting locked up, because you never know how long it's going to get locked up for. You don't know what's in that lane. Is there an accident? Is there whatever? Because rush hour traffic, there's a lot of touching fenders and stuff like that, and some people just stop right there. So you look for an open lane. You go down that lane until what? Until you start seeing brake lights and start slowing down. And then what do? Not only do you slow down yourself, but you look for another open lane if there is one. I want you to treat prospecting the exact same way. Social media is great. Social media is one avenue, but there's multiple forms of social media. Like I mentioned, there's LinkedIn, there's Clubhouse, there's Facebook, there's MySpace, there's several of them that I don't even know that are out there. Instagram's another one, Twitter's another one. So there's 4 or 5. So what I recommend, and what I was taught, and what I expand you're expanding your business, is you start doing a little bit on more than one. If you can do 2 or 3, that would be great. 2 or 3. Start doing a little bit. Spend a little bit of time prospecting on 2 or 3 platforms. You want to work up to 5. Why? Just like the lanes of a highway. These companies change their procedures and policies all the time. But also, your lane on Facebook might get plugged up and you're not getting the response that you're expecting. So what do you got to do? Look for another open lane. So if you have things going on in 2, 3, or 4 social media platforms, you want to work up to at least 5. Work up to it. You don't have to start with 5, but work up to it. So whatever you can take. So if you're out there, you're prospecting on Facebook and it's just not going well for you, or it's not going as well as you expected it to go, while you're getting better, while you're fixing and refining what to do and how to do it on Facebook, you should add another platform. Add another lane in the highway. That way you can start diversifying your attention giving yourself an opportunity to, shall we say, as a metaphor, catch more fish. So if you have a bigger pool, bigger pond, you can catch more fish. Same concept. So if you have 3 or 4 lanes going on, YouTube's another one. It'd be great if they're all working. That would be, the dream. But we know that some of them, based on what it is you're selling and marketing, what it is you're offering, what it is you're doing, what company you're with, what product and service you have, and your messaging and marketing, which is a totally different conversation. One of them may not be producing, or they may not be producing the way they could. And it's important to have multiple streams of prospecting going on. This is just smart business. So this is a key thing, key distinction that you should be aware of. If you kind of like what your grandmother said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just like mutual funds, like a mutual fund of prospecting. When you give your financial advisor or your whatever, if you deposit money into a money market, I'm not a money market, but a mutual fund, or you have somebody that's directing your money and your investments, you're telling them to buy particular mutual funds. You get municipal bond mutual funds, you've got low risk mutual funds, you've got high risk, high return mutual funds. Same thing, you got different mutual funds, you want to diversify into multiple. The whole concept of a mutual fund is they don't put all their money in one company, it's multiple companies. And now they're starting, I just heard that they're going to start having mutual funds for cryptocurrencies. So the average person that doesn't want to invest the time and get the knowledge of doing crypto, they can throw their money to their financial advisor and say, here, put it in this cryptocurrency mutual fund. So that is a way of diversification. Same thing with your prospecting. Prospecting is treat it the same way. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Even if that basket is massively producing and you're relying on it, it's going great, it's producing great results. You never know when that thing's going to turn off and then you're stuck with nothing. So here's something one of my mentors taught me. He says, you want to build your business with 10 different, in the conversation we had, he said, you want to have business in 10 different countries. He says, you want to get distributors and you want to earn royalty overrides off of 10 different countries. And people are saying, why? The company's not even open in 10 countries yet. See, but they will be. They will be open in 10 countries, and you want to have income coming in from 10 countries. Why? You want to try to balance it out where you've got 10% of your income coming in from each country. And here's the philosophy. If the economy collapses or if something goes wrong with the supply chain, something happens with that one country, it takes away, only 10% of your business suffers. But if you have 100% of your income coming from one country and something goes wrong with the compensation plan, with the corporate leadership, and by the way, this actually happened to me. I had 90% of my income coming from one country, and there was a problem with the ownership of that company where they lost the rights to that country, and boom, I lost 90% of my income just like that. It was heartbreaking. It was horrible. It was terrible because it was a lot of money. It was over $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month was gone just like that. And so that was something you don't count on because at that time the company was only doing business in 2 countries. So I didn't have time to diversify, but it was overweighted in one. Same thing with prospecting. You want to have your prospecting going in several different avenues. It's just smart business. So hopefully that helps you out with your prospecting. Diversify your supply or your prospecting chain or your avenues. Get them into multiple lanes, just like the lanes on a highway, because you never know one of them is going to plug up. And when that one plugs up, you want to be able to go to another one or the others. So rely on multiples. And you need to learn those. Take your time. You don't need to learn them all at once. Do what you know and then start adding these different avenues. All right, everybody. Hopefully that helps. Don't forget, we've got Friday, that free class I'm doing starts at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And you register for free. Get on it. It's going to last about 45 minutes to an hour, but we got some great content. It'll blow you away. I'm telling you, these 5 distinctions I'm going to share with you, any one of them could change your business. You do all 5 of them, it's off the hook. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.